Oh no, I started the reading and didn't push record. I'm just gonna do the quick clearing, but I pulled a bunch of cards. I need to go through them because I don't want to restart this reading. So I'm just gonna set these ones aside. So we're doing Divine Masculine check-in about the feminine right now. The first cards we got for how they're feeling about the connection is quite a bit of anxiety about the Queen of Wands not being in their peak form right now for whatever reason. There's some haunting, some ghoulish energy in the background here. And this is the Divine Masculines feeling kind of torn about the things that they have or haven't done in the past. They also see you, Divine Feminine, going through some things right now that they feel like their hands are tied. They don't want to add more insult to injury by coming in and having not cleared up some of the things from the past. Like, they don't want to cheapen any sentiments that they would offer to you right now, but they're really up in their head, maybe losing sleep about the status of what's going on in both of your lives right now, and about how they haven't had an appropriate time to balance out or make amends or set the record straight in these connections. What you both don't see coming is this is fostering deep, deep love and capacity in ourselves. And it's not for another person to swoop in there and save us from our karma, our rite of passage, our patterns, our overcoming ultimately supports us to grand things. I think in the first bit I was recording, I said that the masculines are understanding that it supports the feminines in the grand mastery. What can we see for how they're thinking of their feminine on the conscious mind? King of Swords in the inverse and Eight of Cups. So that's my gone but not gone. In the inverse like that, it's aloof or standing back. And the King of Swords means not telling somebody something, not communicating. I really feel these masculines are mustering every bit of strength for them to know what they should interject into your life and where they should not tell you how to life. This is a great deal of mastery for them, because if they were to say certain things in the past, it would have been through a judgy kind of energy. And with them holding back, it's actually allowing for unconditional love and acceptance. And, you know, they're not tainting their opinion by projecting onto you what you should or shouldn't, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And the last judgment. So there's a revelation for both right now about our own shiznit. Like, we're all in our own zone at this time to really feel good about what we're coming through. And to be in that mature, capable energy, we have to go through adversity so that it reveals our character. So it doesn't create character, it reveals our heart. What can we see on the heart space? These masculines are doing the work and deepening their own, pardon me, intuition and compassion about you, about themselves, about the human plight. And so they're just staying in their lane, doing the best they can with what they have to work with and loving you unconditionally. What is the collective not seeing coming? Four of Cups, Lord of blended pleasure. So when two people can, you know, take care of business, they can come together and see eye to eye instead of having those codependent cycles and drama loops and judgy things. This is the last judgment. Wow, that's on this card. So there does seem to be this truly unconditionally loving energy coming in. And that means that there's nothing harbored or projected or put into the energy that's low vibe, assumptions, expectations. I heard nitpicky, anything that is not kind is being removed. And it's being like, we're in it together. We're in it to win it. We're doing this. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space? Wow, okay, so some blockages are being removed and they're working on things in the world. This can mean that they're also wanting to travel, that there is a distance, but it's not a defining factor in your connection. that they're seeing this love grow regardless, that distance no longer is a limiting factor. They're not telling themselves that the circumstance of distance means that this love isn't meant to be, or that they're not allowed to feel this, or that it's going to be an adverse element in your connection. So in the past, they may have thought that the love wasn't strong enough to sustain extended periods of separation or geographic distance. It feels like now they're realizing it doesn't matter if you're in the same room or across the world. There's this deep sense of love. What do each counterpart not see coming? Seven of Cups, Lord of illusionary success. Okay, so the things that don't really matter are truly being released, and the illusions are being seen through. So being in convenient relationships with the closest warm body that's near you is an illusionary success. We could go to the ends of the earth and never find this kind of soul connection. What are we seeing on the heart space from these masculines? Wow, the Seven of Cups, which is that Lord of illusionary success. So on the heart space, we've got that card twice, and Temperance. So they see that their healing is what projected, that distance and time was a limiting factor for love. It was an excuse to hide behind because they were not secure enough to feel you would love them through thick and thin and through all these various elements. Yes, so their self-worth and the mask is being taken off. They're no longer deluding themselves that time and space have anything on this love because it's actual love. Yes, that may have been a negative factor in karmic relationships, in past relationships, but they're learning that real love, nothing can stand in the way or taint that love. Nine of Swords, this is the first card we got in the inverse. So what neither see is the end of Lord of Despair and Cruelty. So that's being released. Was that card? The Queen of Wands. Yes, because we're learning that we can weather any storm. What do they want to manifest? Oh, the Queen of Swords, tact, timing, grace, and the Page of Swords, deep internal curiosity about the right timing. So the King of Swords in the inverse is a hard no. Like, they know they're not meant to be saying things for saying things' sake, or rushing in out of fear, or even ending the connection or putting space in your connection because of needing to spend time apart or circumstances pulling them away. In the past, they may have left you before you could leave them if they had other situations to deal with. And now they're realizing it's all in flow with someone that you love, and they don't have to make those sharp, dire beginnings and endings. It's a continuity with you. What do neither see coming? Six of Wands, Lord of Victory in the inverse, that this is creating ultimate victory in your connection. Really, it's unconditional love that stands the test of space and time. What can we see for the actions they're wanting to take? They're wanting to stay open to what will come, regardless of expectations or circumstances or history with this connection or with other connections. They're just wanting to remain open. What do neither see coming? The Hanged Man. So something's going to move forward. The Hanged One in the upright this way is when we need to see things from a flip of the script, when we're looking at them in a certain way and we need to have a 180 perspective, the truth that sets you free. That's happened here. So I do believe that this has been a requirement for the masculines to actually love in these scenarios, is that they've needed to have enough worthiness to believe that this love can stand the test of space and time. And this has clicked for them. And therefore, there is no other that will do. What is the biggest challenge for these masculines? Missed opportunities in the past where there hasn't been this equal give and take, probably because they haven't had the faith or the knowing or the experience or the confirmation that these connections are safe because they're actual love. They're not something to be earned or clung to, because they are what they are. Wow. Okay. And Five of Pentacles, the card of separation in the inverse. This also says Lord of material trouble. So that means abundance is coming in. With this card in the inverse, there's no material trouble. This is the beginning of excellence and abundance. It goes hand in hand with this safety and the trust in the divine plan like this coming in. And I'm seeing such a sense of objectivity here where things are being looked at from a step back so that it can be seen for the grand love story that this really is. Looking at the overview, this also says that whatever these push-pull, coming near and far, stepping closer, stepping back, things that have happened in the connection has given way to both stabilizing in our own energy and figuring out our real world necessities, abundance, money story. What is the biggest challenge for these masculines? Justice in the inverse with King of Pentacles. So that's marriage, that's legal matters, that's finances. It's in the inverse. So the biggest challenge is that for whatever reason, this commitment, this full-blown commitment can't ramp up yet because of some factor that seems possibly even unfair or or taking a long time on their end or your end. Maybe it's flip-flopped. Maybe they've had it as a challenge from one or the other, and then now it's flipped. What else can we see? Two of Pentacles, yes. So this is baby steps. This is doing what's needed, taking one step at a time. The table's turning. So just when things are moving forward in your side of the energy, maybe these masculines have something coming up, or vice versa. They've been challenged and now they see something as a holdup on your side. There's a perception flip here, but this is the challenge, is that it's like you can take the attitude of you just can't win one way or the other, or you can say the scales are balancing and we have to go through the gamut of what it would be in unconditional love this way or the other. What is the solution here? Oh, the Hierophant and the Sun, both in the inverse. That's a major arcana energy here, but this is downloading the enlightenment. This is like a path of humility. So it's dropping control issues and just paying attention to what feels right, good and true each step of the way, trusting higher guidance to get us through these uncertainties. What don't we see coming? Ace of Swords in the inverse. Lord of the root of the powers of air. So this means the truth is being held back from all of us. The great reveal, it's like divine timing. Surprise! It feels like if we do our due diligence, eventually things will come to light. The sun will rise, the truth will be shown, but we just have to trust the process, because that is whittling away all of the lower energies bit by bit. What is the direction in the near future? Unconditional love and the 10 of Cups. 11 Z's of love. Wow, like so much abundance in love. So you may feel like you're devoid of love on this journey sometimes. You are sadly mistaken, because this is what's being developed through the adversity, through thick and thin, good times and bad, sickness and in health, the tables turning, the flippy floppy. The mastery is the awareness of all. Unconditional love requires free will to perceive and choose it. People will get relationships where they're none the wiser, and they go through them their whole life and they feel that that is a sense of security. That is not the same as understanding what love is and knowing that it's a miracle and a guarantee. We can have full awareness of things and still have love. Ignorance isn't bliss. When we come full circle and can actually appreciate the love that we've been given because we are wiser, that is 11 Z's. That's not 10 out of 10. That's 11 out of 10 love. And the Hierophant, Magus of the eternal gods. The divine says, it is so, it is already so, it is becoming, you will see, it's already been designed. You're rolling out just like the acorn germinates and becomes the oak tree. You are already the oak tree. This is just your growth process in the tree of life and love. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.